Romney campaign advisor and former New Hampshire Governor John Sununu. Welcome, Governor. Great to have you here.
It's good to be here. Tell Carl Romney will win by 2 to 3 points. Relax.
Relax, because you just heard from him and he wants to know why Romney is in such a tight race in your home state.
Well, look, because the Democrats are pumping money in here. The president's been up here a few times. Biden's been here. It's always a tight race in New Hampshire in a presidential campaign. Obama won it last time. Romney will win it this time by 2 to 3 points.
All right, let's move on now to the issue of Libya and the final debate. Newly released documents are showing that Ambassador Stevens sent repeated cables to Washington about his security fears. He even sent one on September 11th, the day that he and 3 other Americans were killed. Again, this begs the question, why the White House waited so long to say Benghazi was a pre-planned terror strike. What impact do you think these new documents are going to have on the final debate?
I think they're going to have an impact on the final result, maybe not, and certainly will be part of the final debate. Look, you know, now the president wants to play semantics on this, whether he put a word here or a word there. Fundamentally, the mistake this administration made was trying to pretend to itself and tell the world that terrorism was quelled in North Africa and across the danger spots of the world. It's not. It is rampant. It has reared its ugly head again, and the administration's trying to hide that fact. And so when poor Ambassador Stevens was sending in those cables saying it's real, it's here, they were shoving them under the table. Shame on the president and shame on the State Department.
So can we expect Mitt Romney to be very aggressive about the Benghazi attack when he debates the president and ask him about that video that reportedly shows what happened in real time?
I don't know what he's going to specifically ask him, but I will say he was kind of shocked when the president lied about having referred to the attack as a real terrorist attack in the Rose Garden speech. I think that's what threw Governor Romney off. He couldn't believe the president was so blatantly dishonest. This issue will come up, but the bigger issue is how the president's general foreign policy, and specifically in Libya and North Africa foreign policy actions, have really been disastrous. You couple that with the failure on the economic side, and the two principal responsibility a president has: foreign policy, national security on one hand, and on the other hand, jobs and economic viability in the U.S. on the other. This president's an abject failure. Those are the big issues. The president wants to talk about binders and Big Bird. Look, you've got a man of stature like Mitt Romney running against a very small incumbent, and I think the voters are going to decide in November on that.
Well, you're a senior advisor for the campaign. You're saying that the White House has lied about what's happening in Libya. Does that speak for Mr. Romney as well, then?
Well, I don't know. I'm an observer. I've been in a White House. I see how a White House operates. I've seen the cables. I've seen the reporting. And this White House, when the president went to the UN and said video 6 times, when by that time it was clear to everybody that it had nothing to do with the video, it is either blatant dishonesty or absolute incompetence. I leave it up to him to pick one or both of those.
Well, focusing on the campaign now, with just 17 days to go, we've also learned that most of those negative ads against Ms. Romney have been pulled in the key swing states by the Obama campaign. Why do you think this has happened right now?
Because it turned out to be a dumb move. They spent $250 million attacking Mitt Romney, and the minute the U.S. saw the real Mitt Romney in that first debate, it wiped out all those expenditures. And they're finding out that the public doesn't believe what this White House is saying about Mitt Romney anymore. The president's going to have to, at some point, defend his own policies, and they're trying to run ads now that sound as if there is no unemployment in America. There's 23 million Americans suffering. They're trying to run ads as if the president has calmed the world down and we have terrorism rampant. So he's grasping at straws right now. The Mitt Romney campaign's focusing on the economy and foreign policy. That's what a president's responsibility is all about. That's what Mitt Romney can deal with. It's what the president is running away from.
Well, we're into the home stretch. Are you expecting big fireworks come Monday?
I'm sorry, say it again, please.
Are you expecting big fireworks to come out on Monday, then?
Well, I think it's going to be a very interesting debate. I think the president found out that he better go home and do some homework. I'm sure he's going to come back armed to be aggressive. But what the difference is, of course, is, and I think it showed in both the debates, Mitt Romney's got complete command of the facts, the reality, and he can demonstrate, I think, quite clearly in a forum like a debate that he can handle the presidency and deal with the economic problems and the international problems.
Well, Governor, always a pleasure to have you on our show.